Hey everybody, today we're going to do a couple of really quick videos. I'll try to keep these as short as I can, but I get a ton of questions and I want to start answering them more and more. And instead of lumping tons of questions into one video or just doing one question per video, I'll try to kind of answer questions that are related all in one video. So with that said, keep a lookout for like a category or like a series on YouTube, and I'll try to keep them organized for you guys to make it easier. But one of the common questions I get are, what cars am I currently running? Now, and I guess the next question that comes after that is, how do I decide which cars I want to run? And the answer is really simple. Usually I buy kits, I review them, and if they leave a good impression on me, I start using that kit until something kind of beats that kit, right? Depending on what I'm trying to accomplish. So the two main classes that I really run more than anything are two-wheel drive mod buggy and stadium truck. I am going to build up a stock buggy for some of the bigger events. I don't normally race that at a club level, but when you get to some of these really big events, there could be a ton of competition, and I think you kind of need a dedicated buggy if you want to be competitive. So with that said, here is my two-wheel mod buggy, and you can see that this is a TLR 22 2.0 buggy, and it's outfitted with some goodies. It's got the J Concepts finned finisher turnbuckles on here. Those things look dialed. It's got a J Concepts finisher mid-motor body. And it's right now I'm running an SMC speed control, 7.5 motor and speed control, and an LRP Super Shorty. It's kind of gnarly. It's really just something I've been testing out, but this is what I've been running. The main modifications that are going on in this car, I just have the TLR brass pivot back here. I don't know if the camera will pick that up, but there's a little brass pivot right here. And that's really about it. I haven't really changed it all that much, and the car has just worked really, really well for me. So this is the car I run in mod, and the reason I chose to run the TLR car in mod is because it just seems to be the easiest for me to push around. It just seems to generate a little bit more forward grip than my RB6 did, not quite as much steering. So I don't know if the car goes faster, but I know that at the end of 5 minutes, I know that I'm more likely to go out on a 5-minute run without any crashes, even if I don't generate quite as much speed, and I just feel like I can push the car harder. So that's the end of it. It's not that it's leaps and bounds or anything better than any other car. It's just one of the cars that I prefer for mod. It seems to be stable, steers plenty, and I like it. So it lands really good. So that's what I run for two-wheel mod buggy. By the way, I've got a video coming up really soon on the best of the best, because people ask me every day what's the best. So that's my two-wheel mod buggy. And for my stadium truck, I've been running the TLR 22 2.0. Now, just in case you're wondering where I got these kits, this bad mamma jamma came from Pacific Coast Hobbies, and this baby came from Rain Man's right here locally. And so I've driven some T5Ms. I haven't owned one, and they're definitely fast, but I feel like out of the box, the T5M is just a little bit more aggressive, right? And I'm sure that with a little bit of time and setup, the truck would be just as dialed as any other truck, but this one happens to share some of the parts that I need with my two-wheel drive mod buggy. So I chose this truck for two reasons. One, I bought it, assembled it. It's driven awesome ever since I got it, and it shares parts with my mod buggy. So I guess it drives awesome and it shares parts with my mod buggy, and that's all the reason I need. So that's what I run for those two kits. Now, like I said, I'm getting ready to race some stock buggy. And while the TLR car is clearly a good car and you can run it in rear motor and kind of have a 3-gear transmission, one of the things it lacks is a 3-gear transmission and mid-motor. And so this is what I'm gonna be running for my stock buggy. I actually just got this. It hasn't even been assembled, but I chose this buggy for a couple of different reasons. One, there's an absolutely gargantuan aftermarket and following for the B5M platform. And at the end of the day, I think that it's a great value. It's a super durable car, it's a great value. And I think that right now, as much as there are other cars that are really cool on the market, it's hard to beat the value for this car. I mean, I think it's like $279, and you can see that this thing right here in the box comes with aluminum hexes, aluminum front axles, of course the team bearings, the 3-gear transmission, the light and chassis, and the aluminum rear ball stud mount. So that's what I'm gonna run for stock, and the reason I'm gonna run it is because it's a 3-gear mid-motor platform, it's durable, there's a huge aftermarket, and that's just what I want to run. So that's it. So that's what I've been running. Now, if you're wondering what I'm running for 8-scale and stuff like that, I can tell you that lately, I've pretty much decided to stick with the Mugen 8-scale platform. So I've got the E-Buggy and the Nitro Buggy. So I'll be running that at least till the end of the season and maybe even next season. And then for my 4-wheel 10-scale buggy, which I don't have here with me because it's loaned out to somebody, I won't mention his name, but his initials are Cody Turner, I need that buggy back. Send it. Anyways, I run the Hot Bodies D413, which I really like. I actually have 2 of those, so I have kind of spare parts and stuff like that. But I really don't run 4-wheel buggy very often. In fact, to be completely honest with you, the only time I've really ran it here in the last year or so is at a big race, because we just don't generally have a heat of those at my local track when we club race. So my two most popular cars, the 2 cars that I run more than anything, are the 2-wheel drive mod buggy and the stadium truck, which is pretty much open here in California. There's usually not a stock in a mod. Usually just show up, it's open. There's a couple heats, and I have a blast with them. But I am looking forward to getting the B5M light built so that I can run some stock buggy, you know, at least at some big events. So that's it. Hope this answered some of those questions, and we'll see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye. Hey, by the way, before you leave, I just want to say thanks again for watching my videos. I only make these videos so that we can have fun together. By the way, you'd be doing me a big favor if you could either comment, like, or even better, subscribe to my channel. Again, thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys next time.